Edwin Poot, the CEO and founder of Energyworx. So Edwin, how is Energyworx enabling their customers, utilities, distribution system operators, energy retailers, to evolve and keep up with the rapidly changing distributed energy landscape? Essentially, how are you making data work for your customers?
Yeah, so the energy world is in a transition, which means they have to change their business models around from a commodity-driven market to a data-driven market. So this means there's a huge load of data coming into the grid and into their infrastructure and utility systems, and the current systems cannot keep up with it. And next to only data that's coming from the grid, there's also a lot of data coming from other types of data sources in and around the grid. For example, maybe customer behavior, customer information, geographical information, any type of that data. And we ingest and help the utilities learn from the data and crunch with the data, make sure they can get value out of it. And last but not least, be able to monetize it.
So what value are you adding to the customers employing your software to optimize their processes?
So there are a couple of things we're doing here. So first of all, we have a very disruptively kind of business model ourselves as well. We call it a pay-per-use model, pay-as-you-grow. So they don't have to invest a lot of money up front to get started with the Energyworx platform. So we are very suitable for smaller utilities as well. And they can scale up with ease, so without having to worry about planning ahead or something. They don't have to call us and inform us that they want to scale up with their amount of data sets or meters that we need to ingest. That's the one thing. And the other thing is, once the data is in our system, we enrich the data and correlate the data with adding multiple data sets and metadata and tag the data with values, so we can actually easily correlate the data and get more value out of it and uncover the hidden values that they're normally not seeing. And then we help them in monetizing this data and exposing it to the public, which could be like a portal for customer insights, but it could also be very fancy reporting for trading department, for example.
That's very interesting. So what sets Energyworx apart in the sphere of data analytics? Are there any best practices from Europe or previous work that you think will play well in certain parts of the North American market?
Yes, I think there is. So one of our partners we're working very closely with is Google. And Google has recently a new platform launch which is called Cloud ML, Cloud Machine Learning. And we're utilizing that platform to implement our algorithms with specific models that utilities can use to monetize their values. And coming back to the question about Europe, a lot of utilities are already doing this in Europe. So we have been working together with them, implementing those algorithms. For example, one of the utilities who is a gas grid operator had an issue or the challenge of how to get value from their data without having to install and equip the entire grid with metrics, with sensors, to see where gas pipe breakages could occur, for example. So we use machine learning algorithms to actually predict that without having to install all those sensors. So I think we can bring a lot of value in that perspective here as well in the US.
Where do you see energy data management going forward, and what role will Energyworx play in this sphere?
Okay, so energy data management we see is like what's happening right now or has been happening the last few years. We came from the field of meter data management. We have been put up in the Magic Quadrant for 2 years in a row. First year in 2014 and the second year 2015, recognized as challenger and also a bit of visionary in the meter data management space. But as I see a lot of change in the market, people want to work more with data. Remember saying me that they have to transition from commodity-driven to data-driven models. So they're looking for new business models. Imagine, for example, that energy will be free, or you do not pay for your electrons anymore. So the business model should completely change around. So that's why I believe the future will lie in the energy intelligence, so not on the energy data management alone. Without data, of course, you cannot do energy intelligence, so it has to be covered and checked, of course. So that's what I believe will happen in the future.
Well, thanks, Edwin. It was very interesting to learn about Energyworx and the wonderful work that you're doing in the energy data management realm.